It started small, a flicker of an idea, in a Harvard dorm room, code, connections, chaos. Few saw what was coming, a digital tidal wave, changing how we interact, how we share, how we live. The Facebook was its name then. A simple college network, but simple things can grow. They can morph, evolve. This one did, massively. It swallowed competitors, it courted controversy, it connected billions. From a campus project to a global tech titan, a name synonymous with social. Then it changed its name, Meta, a new identity, a new audacious vision, the Metaverse, a future yet unbuilt. But the ambition was clear, to shape the next internet. The journey was epic, filled with drama, triumph, and immense world-altering power. This is that story from those early days, the late nights coding, the legal battles, the IPO to the present moment, gazing into a virtual future. Meta stands as a giant, its roots in simple connection, its branches reaching for stars, or perhaps virtual stars. The evolution continues relentlessly. Harvard, 2003. Cold. Mark Zuckerberg, a sophomore, brilliant, socially awkward. He saw a need, a way to connect online, not just profiles, something more. Face Mash came first, hot or not, for Harvard. It caused a storm, shut down. But the idea lingered. He wasn't alone. Eduardo Saverin, Dustin Moskovitz, Chris Hughes, Andrew McCollum. They gathered, they planned. The Kirkland House dorm, H33, the air thick with ideas, and the smell of stale pizza. Zuckerberg typed furiously, lines of PHP code, building the Facebook. February 4th, 2004, launch day, for Harvard students only. The site was basic, profiles, friends, pokes, but it was addictive. It spread like wildfire, across Harvard Yard, click by click, word of mouth, digital whispers. This was different. New, it just felt right. The initial concept was exclusive, a closed garden for the Ivy League, but demand grew, fast. Other universities wanted in, Stanford, Columbia, Yale, the domain thefacebook.com, the mission to connect. Zuckerberg sensed the potential. It was bigger than Harvard, much, much bigger. The Ivy League was conquered, but the world beckoned. Zuckerberg and his team saw it. The potential was immense. They moved to Palo Alto, summer 2004. Sean Parker, Napster co-founder, came aboard. He saw the vision. Bigger, global. Drop the, Parker advised. Just Facebook. Cleaner, bolder. The change was made. Symbolic. Growth exploded. Like a supernova. High schools were added. Then international universities. The platform evolved. The newsfeed arrived in 2006. A controversial, game-changing feature. Suddenly, friends' activities streamed. Privacy concerns fled early, but engagement soared. People couldn't look away. September 26, 2006. A pivotal day. Facebook opened its doors to anyone over 13 with a valid email address. The floodgates opened, millions signed up, then tens of millions. It became a global phenomenon, connecting people across borders, across cultures, across languages. The blue interface was everywhere. The company scaled rapidly. Servers strained, engineers scrambled. New features rolled out constantly. Photos, groups, events. Each addition made it stickier, more indispensable. Facebook wasn't just a website, it was becoming a utility, a daily habit for a generation, and then for the world. Section 4, Chapter 3, The Empire Expands, Strategic Alliances. Facebook was dominant, but Zuckerberg wasn't satisfied. He saw the shifting landscape. Mobile was the future, and new forms of sharing. He needed more platforms, more users, more data. Acquisitions became key. Strategic moves on a global chessboard, building an ecosystem. Instagram, April 2012. $1 billion for a photo app with only 13 employees. Many thought Zuckerberg was crazy, but he saw the visual trend, the power of images, the youth appeal. Instagram was growing fast. It could be a threat or a powerful ally. He chose the latter, wisely. WhatsApp, February 2014, $19 billion, astounding. A messaging app, huge global reach, especially outside North America. It offered encrypted communication, a different kind of connection. Facebook Messenger was big, but WhatsApp was colossal. This buy solidified mobile dominance and access to even more users. These weren't just purchases, they were strategic integrations. Instagram flourished under Facebook. WhatsApp continued its growth. Each platform served a purpose. Facebook for broad connections, Instagram for visual storytelling, WhatsApp for private messaging. Together, they formed a digital empire. capturing vast swathes of online time. Section 5, Chapter 4. Shadows and Scrutiny, Trials by Fire. With great power comes great responsibility and immense scrutiny. Facebook, now a behemoth, found itself in the crosshairs. Controversies mounted, one after another. The platform's influence was undeniable and potentially dangerous. The dream of connection showed its darker side. Cambridge Analytica, March 2018. The scandal erupted worldwide. Data from millions of users, harvested, misused, for political means. Trust was shattered overnight. Zuckerberg testified before Congress. Apologies were made, promises given, but the damage was done. The world saw Facebook's vulnerability and its immense data power. Fake news became a plague. Misinformation spread like a virus. Echo chambers amplified biases. Election interference, a global concern. Facebook struggled to respond effectively. Content moderation, a monumental task, balancing free speech with safety. Critics accused them of inaction, or worse, of profiting from division. The platform felt chaotic. Mental health concerns grew, especially for younger users. The curated perfection of Instagram, the constant social comparison. Studies linked heavy use to anxiety and depression. Whistleblowers emerged, painting a grim picture of profits over well-being. Facebook was under siege, again. Section 6, Chapter 5, Beyond the Horizon. The Meta Reimagining. The pressure was immense. The brand, Facebook, was tarnished, for some irreparably. Zuckerberg needed a new narrative, a new frontier, a bold escape, or perhaps a visionary leap. He looked towards the future, a future he wanted to build and own, just like the social web. The answer, the Metaverse. October 28, 2021. The announcement. Facebook, the company, was rebranding. To Meta Platforms, Inc. Facebook, the app, would remain. But the corporate vision shifted to immersive digital worlds. Virtual reality, augmented reality. A new way to connect, to work, to play, to exist. It was a massive gamble. The Metaverse, a persistent shared space where digital avatars meet, attend concerts, buy virtual goods, hold business meetings. Meta invested billions, tens of billions, Reality Labs, Quest headsets, building the foundational technology. Zuckerberg believed it was the successor to the mobile internet, the next computing platform. Skeptics abounded. Of course, was it a distraction from current problems? Was the technology ready? Would people truly embrace it? The financial losses were huge. Investors grew wary some days. But Zuckerberg was resolute. He had a long-term vision, just like in the early Facebook days. Section 7, Conclusion. The Evolving Digital Colossus. From a Harvard dorm to a global metaverse ambition. Meta's journey is unparalleled. It reshaped communication, forged a new kind of community, and faced the consequences of its own immense success. The impact is undeniable on society, politics, personal lives, for better and for worse. The shift to Meta is bold, perhaps even audacious. It seeks to define the next era of human-computer interaction. Will the metaverse succeed, as Facebook once did? The questions are many. The challenges are significant. Technological hurdles, ethical dilemmas, user adoption on a mass scale. Meta, as of 2025, stands at a crossroads, still a dominant force in social media. With Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, billions of users, massive revenue. Yet it pours resources into a largely unproven future. The metaverse is a long game, a bet on how we will live decades from now, a world built by Meta. The story is far from over. Zuckerberg's vision continues to drive the company forward, or sideways, into new, uncharted territories. The accidental billionaire, now a deliberate architect of virtual realities. Meta's legacy will be complex: innovator, connector, disruptor, and perhaps builder of new worlds.